Hello and welcome to another edition of Out and About. I'm standing in front of this magnificent masterpiece of 20th century architecture. With me is Robert, who is actually going to show us around the place. Robert, what actually is this building?
Well, this is the Nottingham Council House. Beautiful building, imposing as it's meant to be.
When was it built?
Well, it was planned in 27 and built in 1929.
Oh, I see, yeah.
And it was built to show just how important a place Nottingham is. The whole building says Nottingham is important. Look at me. Greek, Roman style.
Well, one of the most memorable features is, of course, the dome.
That's right, 200 feet above the ground at its highest point. And in fact, it houses Little John, probably the second largest striking crossbow in the country, and the deepest.
So this is the reception area?
The main reception for the council house.
Fantastic. And what exactly is this?
Well, that's the coat of arms of the city of Nottingham. The shield goes back to 1642. Very
1642?
Yes, King John.
What actually is the figure at the top of the stairs?
That's the figure of welcome. She's welcoming you into the council house. She was presented to the council by Sir Julian Carr.
This is amazing.
It's a beautiful staircase, isn't it? Now, a closer look at welcome. And by the way, the staircase itself is Subiaco marble. These balusters, the upright bits, they were actually turned on a lathe. But you don't get marble any better than this.
What a lathe.
Yes, the picture in front of us actually represents the councillors who were in office at the time this building was opened. Which is...
It shows how they used to dress as well, doesn't it?
Well, yes. Not quite like that in 1929. Oh, the main dome, yes. This is actually graduated crystal, dark at the bottom and light at the top. And if you look around the inner circumference...
Oh yeah, concealed lighting.
1929.
1929.
They'd only just thought of electricity then. But that's meant to simulate sunshine even when it's dark outside. It looks beautiful, actually.
Oh.
The main ballroom. You're actually walking on the second sprung floor in Nottingham. It's
Really?
not sprung traditionally, it's sprung on latex rubber. The ballroom floor is oak, walnut and ebonized pear. That's pear wood thrown in a bog to go black.
I notice these pillars are really decorative, aren't they? But I've heard that they've got another function.
Oh yes, that's right. They may be decorative ionic columns, but in fact they're part of the air circulation system. Can you see the grills?
Oh, the grills at the top, yeah.
And there are grills in the bottom. If you
So they're
look
actually
closer.
hollow?
They're actually hollow, yes. They don't perform any support function.
Really?
Oh, and the lighting is quite a feature of this building, you know.
Yeah, actually it looks like marble, doesn't it?
Well spotted, yes, it is actually. In fact, it's sliced marble, in
Sliced?
keeping with the rest of the building. That's a feature. And of course, not only is this a mirrored ballroom, modelled on the Palace of Versailles, but it's also used for functions.
Right, there is a place where the rich and the famous stand.
Oh yes, that's right. In fact, it's right over there. Here we are. This is where the rich and famous stand.
So this is it.
Yes. Yes, this is one of the largest town squares in England.
It's fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, quite a view. Quite a view.
Now above our heads is some fantastic stonework.
Oh, yes, the frieze. Well, the frieze, the cherubs are depicting all of the industries associated with Nottingham. And basically what it's saying is, if it can be done, we can do it here.
All the industries?
Yes, if you look, you can see here there's bell founding, there's brewing, there's, see the bell there? Brewing, weaving, and so on.
So these are some of the amazing rooms in the council house, eh?
Oh, that's right, and don't forget it's a working building. This is actually the Lord Mayor's parlour. This is one of his working rooms, yes.
There we have the coat of arms again, and each side are these beautiful drops.
That's right, they're lime drops. They were carved by a gentleman called White. They're meant to look like Grinling Gibbons. It's a bit of a cheat, really.
Now these lifts, they're also quite a famous feature.
Oh yes, they're beautiful, aren't they? There are only 6 in the world. There's 4 in the Empire State Building and 2 here, although the ones in the Empire State Building have been renewed since then. But, again, Ancona walnut.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And again we've got this concealed lighting.
That's right.
Oh, just look at this decor in here. This is what we call the sheriff's room.
Remember, the sheriff's a bit different to the Lord Mayor. He's not a political position. He's more of a diplomat, an ambassador for Nottingham. The Americans love him, of course.
Now this is also the room, I think you told me before, that the actual royalties stay in this room, don't they?
That's right, it's their withdrawing room, so that if they want to do something in private, away from the public eye, this is where they come to rest.
And that chandelier, I mean, just look at that, fantastic.
Yes, that's right, and that's a Bohemian crystal, as are the side lights there.
Side lights,
quite a feature of the room. And the room itself done in Adams style.
Adams. And they always have to keep this colour, don't they?
That's
you can't
right.
change the colour.
Oh, you can't change anything in here. This is a listed building.
I notice attached to this room is this ensuite.
Yes, ensuite bathroom, of course. Yes. All mod cons in 1929.
1929 ensuite.
You want to see the bathtubs? Yeah. They're quite a feature.
I'd like to see the throne.
Oh, well, yes, there is one in there, but I'm not quite sure.
Well, as well as all the beautiful architecture, this is actually a working room, isn't it? This is a council chamber.
This is where the elected members of the Nottingham City Council sit. If you've elected a member, a councillor, this is where they'll be. Yeah. Over there, by the way, is the Lord Mayor's chair.
I see in front of the Lord Mayor's chair there's this dais, and on it there's this diagram.
Well, this marks the centre of Nottingham, and if you're going to receive the freedom of the city of Nottingham, that's where you stand.
Look at me, I'm sitting in the Lord Mayor's chair. Now ain't that something?
You may well be sitting in the Lord Mayor's chair, but without the great mace sitting on those cradles, it means nothing.
Actually, you know, this place must have cost a fortune.
Oh, it did. Everything's the best in the world. Again, Ancona walnut. Look at the concealed lighting once more. Look at the ceiling, and don't forget, electricity wasn't all that reliable, so you've got natural light as well. And just to make sure, it is the best you can buy in the world.
The acoustics in this room are very good, aren't they?
Oh yes, you can hear a whisper in here.
That's because of these panels, isn't it? Yeah.
And the secret is, the 1929 secret is, that it's dried sliced seaweed behind them.
Seaweed? Really?
Yes.
Well, this looks like a sort of a members' club sort of thing.
That's exactly what it is. This is the members' sitting room.
Right, and the carpet's got a border. I noticed it's got a border all the way around. It must have been specially made for the job.
Yes, like everything else in the council house, it's the best. It's Wilton, and it was specially made for this room. 70 years old.
And these oak panels,
beautiful,
whatever they
yes.
are.
Beautiful, aren't they?
Yeah, they look older than the actual building.
Very well spotted again. Yes, they are actually.
Are they?
These are over 300 years old.
Really?
Yes. It came from a building that stood on this side prior to this one.
This room seems to be softer somehow, softer. I mean,
yeah.
The panelling's all different.
That's correct, and very unusual in panelling. It's actually sycamore.
Sycamore.
And the reason why it's got a different feel to it, a softer feel, is because this is where the ladies had their tea.
Well, just outside this room, as we came in, I noticed there was a telephone kiosk.
Oh yes, of course, telephones, 1929.
Yeah,
They're a feature of this building.
Really?
Of course, you couldn't just have a telephone standing on a desk or a table. It has to have a booth.
Of course, when you think about it, yeah. Right, so we're on the second balcony, and we're actually looking over the exchange.
This part of the building was built in order to provide finance to support that part of the building.
Really?
That's its function.
Now there's some inscriptions all the way around this dome.
Well, that's telling you exactly what the building's about. The citizens of Nottingham erected this building for council, welcome, and to show merchandise, which is what this part of the building's all about.
Well, I noticed there's some beautiful murals on the wall, and they seem to depict the history of Nottingham.
If you look on your left there, that's the Danish invasion of Nottingham, part of the Danelaw. There's William de Peveril ordering the building of Nottingham Castle on Castle Rock. To your right, obviously Robin Hood with Maid Marian. And on your right, extreme behind me, is Charles I raising his standard to start the Civil War on Standard Hill.
Very good. Well, this is another feature of the council house. These are famous lions, aren't
The
they?
two lions,
Yeah.
reputedly called Oscar and Leo by the public, but of course they're not really named. In fact, the thing about the lions is they're a meeting place, they're famous. If you're going to meet anybody, you can meet them here.
Well, Robert, thank you ever so much for showing us around the place.
My pleasure.
And if anybody's ever in Nottingham, we'll meet you at the Lions.